Okay, very good afternoon to all, my dear friends. Welcome to today's session. So, this is the important class. Today's speaker, eminent personality, Dr. Manjula Madam Garu, Assistant Professor, Department of Botany, RBVRR Women's Autonomous, Hyderabad. Please welcome, Madam. Please start the session.
Okay, sir, but share is not moving here. Okay. Sir, is it visible screen?
Yeah, madam. Please, it's visible, but please zoom it once. Zoom
Okay,
it.
okay.
కొద్దిగా పెద్దగా చేయండి.
Okay. Now, is it okay, sir?
అది ఇంకా జూమ్ చేయి, ఇక్కడ కింద ఉంది చూడు, అది దాన్ని ప్రెస్ చేయి, నీకు పీపీటీలో పెద్దగా అవుతుంది. నీకు
మేడం ఇప్పుడు ఓకేనా?
లేదు లేదు,
స్లైడ్ షేర్ పెట్టా.
స్లైడ్ షేర్ పెట్టినా కూడా రావట్లే.
Now?
ఓపెన్ కాలేదు, ఇంకా స్క్రీన్ షేర్ కాలేదు, చూద్దాం.
Now it's visible, madam. Okay.
Okay, now okay na, sir?
Yeah, it's visible, madam. Please, you continue.
Okay. So, 1 minute. So, good afternoon, students. So, I am Dr. P. Manjula, Assistant Professor, Department of Botany. So, today we will discuss about these two institutions, that is United Nations Environmental Program, that is UNEP, and also UNESCO. Sir, is it okay, voice?
Yeah,
and screen?
Your voice is very clear, madam.
Okay.
Thank you. Please continue.
So, UNEP. So, first one is the UNEP. So, UNEP means that is United Nations Environmental Program. Okay, so this is the, so it is established in 5th June 1972. It is a sub-organization of United Nations. So these are mainly helps in the protection of environment, mainly sustainability, I mean environmental activities, and also for the mainly in the protecting the environmental activities in the developing countries. So UNEP established in 5th June 1972 as a sub-organization of United Nations, and the main headquarter is that is located in Nairobi in Kenya. Okay, so yeah, the UNEP, it is an agency that mainly it coordinates with the environmental activities, that is for the mainly maintaining the sustainable environment, and also assisting in the developing countries in implementing the environmentally sound policies, so that makes environmental protection activities mainly, and also the practices. So UNEP, it is has 6 regional offices and various country offices. So generally it contains 6 regional offices. UNEP has 6 regional offices, and also in the countries also various different countries has various offices located in different countries. So IDBM, Badan and Agargan and Sheri, Bangla, Nagar and Dhaka, 1207 and Bangladesh. So this is the okay. So it is mainly the Secretary General and Executive Director. So it led by Secretary General and also the Executive Director and supported by a Deputy Director. So it mainly works to the its divisions, regional and also outposted offices. So it is also host several environmental conventions. Mainly this UNEP mainly host several environmental conventions, that is, and also the secretariats and also the interagency coordinating bodies. So it is almost entirely funded by the direct and voluntary contributions mainly and largely from the member states. So here they contain some members. So it is conducted through mainly it is contributed through these members of the states. So the mission of the UNEP is to provide leadership and also encourage the partnerships in caring for the environment by inspiring, informing, and enabling nations and also people to improve their quality of life without compromising that of the future generation. So mainly to give the peaceful environment without pollution-free environment, also by conducting activities. Okay, so encouraging mainly the main mission of the UNEP is to provide leadership and also the encourage the partnerships for caring the environment by doing environmental safe activities. So the objectives of the UNEP is to develop the environmental instruments and also the institutions for the wise management and also to access the global, regional and national environmental conditions. So mainly the main objective of the UNEP is to develop the environmental instruments, eco-friendly instrument and also the institutions for the wise management and also to access the global and regional and national environmental conditions and also facilitate the transfer of knowledge and technology for sustainable environmental development and also to provide leadership and encourage the partnerships in the caring for the environment. So these are the objectives of the UNEP. And to that is this main object, that is the main objective is to formulate the guidelines for good environment. So mainly awareness on the environment, mainly these UNEP mainly concerned with the awareness of the eco-friendly environment. So the role of the UNEP, next one is so first one is mission of the UNEP, UNEP is that is United Nations Environmental Program. So the mission was to encourage, to provide leadership and encourage the partnership in caring the environment. And objectives is to develop the environmental instruments and also the institutions for the wise management. Second one is to facilitate the transfer of knowledge and technology for sustainable environment development. And also to provide the leadership and also encourage the partnership in the caring for the environment. That is to formulate the good environment guidelines for the good environment. So how to make the good environment without polluting. So mainly it concerned with these objectives. So next one is the role of the UNEP. So what is the role of UNEP means mainly assessing the global, regional and national environmental conditions and trends. So what are the main issues in the mainly concerned with how that global issues of the environment, national issues and also the regional issues in the environmental conditions, and also solve these problems, main issues in the environment, and also solve these problems here, and encouraging the new partnerships and also approaches within the civil society and also the private sectors. So it are mainly in the government and also in the private sectors also. So and developing the international and national environmental agreements and legal instruments. So by doing some agreements, so for example by conducting some awareness programs and also to stop or to prevent, to abolish the plastic free, like that. So by agreements, by doing some agreements here, developing the international and national agreements, okay, and strengthening the institutions for the wise management of the environment. Next one, integrating the economic development and also the environmental protection. and also facilitate the transfer of knowledge and technology for sustainable development. So these are the role of the UNEP. Mainly it concerned with the agreements, environmental agreements, to make a environmental friendly and to protect the environment mainly. So the main activities, that is UNEP publishes many reports. So here these are the some of the activities of the UNEP. So that is climate change, including the territorial approach to climate change, and mainly disasters and conflicts, and ecosystem management, and environmental governance, and harmful substances, and resource efficiency. So these are the main activities of the, so this UNEP mainly concerned with these areas mainly, that is climate change, including the territorial approach to the climate change, and disasters, and during the disasters how to manage the disasters, and also ecosystem management, and environmental governance, and also the harmful substances, and resource efficiency. So the main areas, the UNEP mainly concerned with these main areas to encourage. So next one is the activities. So that is first tourist management. Second one is the research on environmental pollution, reduce harmful chemical for environment, and work for global concern. So these are the activities of the UNEP. So these are the some of the activities. So here, so planting, watering here. So these are the some of the mainly planting, and here the removing plastic. So environmental consequences of ocean acidification, that is straight to. So here, so these are the some of the activities of the UNEP. So here, so one of the activities, that is commitments made to reduce the black carbon, methane, and hydrofluorocarbon. So these mainly due to which ozone depletion. So this hydrofluorocarbons mainly responsible for ozone depletion. So here the mainly to reduce the black carbon, methane, and also hydrofluorocarbon. Next one is, so this here another activity, that is significant efforts to reduce greenhouse gas emissions across the UN. And here another one is the release of full version of emission gap report. So these are the different activities which are conducted by the UNEP. So these are the some of the activities. So here tourism, and also tourism. So here UNEP wants to make sustainable tourism development by demonstrating the economic, environmental, and socio-cultural benefits of the sustainable tourism, and it gives suggestions to the members state to make the eco-tourism. So friendly eco-tourism, and also a mission of UNEP for the tourism is to mainstream, that is sustainability, into tourism development by demonstrating the economic, environmental, and socio-cultural benefits of the sustainable tourism. So here the main summary of the United Nations UNEP, that is United Nations Environment Program, is the leading the global environmental authority that sets the global environmental agenda. So mainly it concerned with the what are the environmental issues and how to solve these problems. So student girls, so is it clear? First one, UNEP.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so mainly here you should remember the first one is, so first United Nation. Okay, so it is first UNEP. UNEP means the full form of the unit is United Nations Environmental Program. Okay, so it is established in 5th June 1972. So next one is the headquarters of UNEP. It is located in Nairobi, Kenya. And the okay, so next one is the mission of the UNEP. It is to provide leadership and encourage partnership in the caring for the environment by inspiring, informing, and enabling the nation. Okay, so what are the objectives of UNEP? Anyone? What are the objectives? So first one is, anyone?
To develop environmental instruments and institutions for the wise management,
Okay,
to assess the global, regional, and national environmental condition,
okay. Next one, to
facilitating the transfer of knowledge and technology for sustainable environment development, to provide leadership and encourage partnership in caring for the environment,
Okay.
to formulate of guidelines for good environment.
Okay. So these are the some of the activities. So mainly the main areas of the UNEP are mainly climate change. So issues relating to climate change, also disaster management during the disasters like floods or tsunamis, like at that time, how to manage this, and also the ecosystem management, and also the environmental governance. So harmful substances like during some and release of harmful substances like what you call mercury, some harmful chemicals which are released into the water or anything. So mainly it is also UNEP also concerned with these harmful substances. So to stop, how to prevent this, so mainly concerned with these activities. Along with this, here the tourist activities also eco-friendly, eco-environmental, eco-friendly tourism here mainly. So these are the some of the activities to here to reduce the black carbon, like to here to ban the plastic also. So it is also one of the activity of UNEP. Okay. So this is the first one, UNEP. So next one is 1 minute. Okay, second one is a UNESCO. So UNESCO means anyone, full form of UNESCO, anyone? UNESCO. Next one is UNESCO. UNESCO means any idea? Anyone?
United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization.
UNESCO means anyone?
United Nations Educational,
Educational,
Scientific and Cultural
scientific, and
Organization.
cultural organization.
Is it visible screen? Next one, UNESCO. Anyone? Anyone
Yes,
reply
ma'am.
me? Okay, so next one is the UNESCO. So UNESCO, the full form of the UNESCO is United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization. Okay, UNESCO means
United Nations Educational,
United
Scientific
Nations
and Cultural
Educational, Scientific
Organization.
and Cultural Organization.
United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization, specialized in
What happened, Manjula? Hello. Girls, what happened, ma? Girls, what happened?
Manjula ma'am is left.
We don't know, ma'am.
When? Now only?
Just now.
Yes,
Ma'am.
ma'am.
Wait, sometime I will call you.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
Madam, nearby your village, your native place, madam, in Karimnagar. ఏమైంది మా ఏమి జాయిన్ అవ్వు Wait 2 minutes, my madam has joined.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, madam.
Okay. So next one is that is UNESCO. That is UNESCO means the full form of the UNESCO is United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization. Is it visible? Screen and my voice clear? Anyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so UNESCO, next one is the UNESCO. So the full form is United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization, and it is a specialized agency of the United Nations system. So the organization was created more than half a century ago. So that is, it is established in 1945. Okay, it mean established in 1945, and the organization was created more than so next one is its constitution states that since wars begins in the minds of, so the main aim, the main objective is to mainly peace and security protection to the nation. Okay, so next one is, so it has about one. So today the UNESCO has recently 195 member states. So this is the previous one. So here total 195 member states are there, and also 6 associate members are there in this. So here mainly the members, 195 members and 6 associate members are there, and the main objectives of the UNESCO is to contribute to the peace. Mainly it mainly focuses on the peace and also security in the world by promotion, collaboration among the nations through education, science and culture, and also the communication in order to further universal respect for justice and also the rule of law, and for the human, mainly and the human rights and also the fundamental freedom, so which are mainly for the people of the world without distinction of race, sex, language or religion. So the main objective is to promote, to contribute to the peace and also the security in the world by promotion of collaboration among the nations, so in the different nations, and also through education, science and cultural and also the communication. Okay, so the main headquarters it is located in Paris, that is France. The main headquarter, it is located in France, that is Paris. And the Director General of UNESCO is Audrey Azoulay. Okay, the Director General of UNESCO is present general is Audrey Azoulay. So next one is the principal functions of the UNESCO. So mainly the prospective studies. So what forms of education, science, culture, and communication for tomorrow's world. So how to develop a tomorrow's world. So the advancement, transfer, and sharing of knowledge, and relying primarily on the research, training, and teaching activities. So the action is. So second one is to provide to okay. So next one organization, so small, that is Associated Schools Project, ASP.NET. So Associated Schools Project Network, it is a global network of over 6,000 educational institutions, mainly committed to the promoting the ideals of UNESCO by conducting pilot projects in favor of the culture of peace and non-violence. So the main UNESCO mainly focuses on the peace and security to the world. Okay, non-violence. So ASP.NET, four main themes of this study are world concerns and the United nation system. That is second one is a human rights and democracy, and intercultural learning, and also the environmental issues. So main concern is the mainly to protect the human rights and also the democracy, and also the intercultural active learning, and also the environmental issues. So mainly solidarity of UNESCO is mainly the mobilization for education, building intercultural understanding, and pursuing scientific cooperation, and also the protecting freedom of expression. So what is next one is the role of UNESCO. So it is a globalized world with interconnected societies and intercultural dialogues. Is a vital if we are to live together. So yeah, the main role of the UNESCO is that is which are interconnected, and so mainly focus on the environmental issues, and also that to mainly make the peace. Okay, next one is, so here another one is the to maintain that to future of nations depends not only for their economical capital or natural resources, but on the collective ability to understand and anticipate changes in the environment, and also through education, scientific research, and the sharing of knowledge. So mainly here they mainly focus on the mainly it focuses on the collective ability. So what you call, so collectively to fight on the issues, environmental issues or any other issues related to the related issues through education, and also the scientific research, and also sharing of knowledge. So in an unstable world marked by the fledgling democratic movements, the emergence of new economic powers and societies weakened by the multiple stress factors. So the educational and scientific and cultural fabric of societies, along with the respect for fundamental rights, so that guarantees their resilience and the stability. So these mainly through educational, scientific, and also the cultural activities. So here we are making this, maintain the stabilized environment here, and what you call sound environment. Okay, so in a connected world with the emergence of the creative economy and knowledge societies, along with the dominance of the internet, the full participation of the everyone in the new global public space is a prerequisite for peace and developments. So nowadays, by using this internet, so all should participate in all activities, environmental, that is environmental issues and also the world issues, mainly to promote the peace and development of the nation mainly. So all should participate in this issues. So the main activities of the UNESCO are education, that is UNESCO supports research in comparative education and also provides expertise and fosters partnership to the strengthen the national educational leadership and also the capacity of countries to offer quality education for all. It also issues public statements to educate the people. So this is the first activity that mainly I'm focusing on the education mainly, and designating projects and places of cultural and scientific significance, and encouraging the free flow of ideas by images and words, and promoting events and founding and funding projects by giving funds, also encouraging the students here. So next one is the NGOs UNESCO. First one is the education. So mainly the main activities mainly on the education by comparative, mainly supports comparative education and also providing educational leadership, and also issues public statements. So mainly issues related to the public issues. So next one is encouraging the free flow of ideas by images and words, and promoting events and also funding projects. So next one is the NGOs UNESCO, that is International Baccalaureate and Coordinating Committee for International Voluntary Services, Education International, International Association of Universities, International Council for Film, Television and Audio Visual Communication. So these are the NGOs activities of the UNESCO. And here the International Council for Philosophy and Humanistic Studies. And these are the NGOs activities along with the UNESCO. So International Council for Science, International Council of Museums, International Council of Sports Science and Physical Education, and International Council on Archives, and International Council on Monuments and Sites, International Federation of Journalists, International Federation of Library Associations and Institutions. So these are the some of the NGOs activities, and International Federation of Poetry Association, and International Music Council, International Scientific Council for Island Development, and International Social Science Council. So these are the different areas of along with this UNESCO, along with the NGOs activities. These are the Theatre Institute, International Union for Conservation of Nature and Natural Resources, IUCN, and International Union of Technical Association and Organizations, and Union of International Associations, World Association of Newspapers, World Federation of Engineering Organizations, and World Federation of UNESCO Clubs, Centers and Associations. These are the some of the Director Generals of UNESCO. So first Director General is Julian Huxley. Okay, now Director General is Audrey Azoulay. So is not. So the present General is Audrey Azoulay. Okay, so this is about the UNESCO. So UNESCO, the main aim of UNESCO is to promote the peace and security to the nation. Okay, so the full form. What is the full form of UNESCO? Anyone?
United Nations
United
Education,
Nations
Scientific
Educational,
and Cultural
Scientific and
Organization.
Cultural Organization.
Okay. Is it okay, UNESCO? Is it clear?
Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so the main, so here the main points in UNESCO, that is the full form, that is United Nations Educational. Here educational, mainly it concerns with educational, scientific, and also the cultural organization. So the main headquarters, it is located in Paris, France. Okay, and total members, that is totally 195 195 members are there, and 6 associate members. Okay, and the director general of UNESCO is now present. Director general is Audrey Azoulay. So next one is the objectives of the UNESCO.